Howdy. I think it's time to take a closer look into the Canary Islands. We are watching at 48 hours, 2 days of quakes. And I've been following this now since it started, or even before. And I have been saying many times that I don't think it's over on the Canary Islands. And let's just make a quick check. Let's check out the last 2 hours. Has there been any activity? Yes, there has. 48 minutes ago, 12 kilometers in depth, 1.2. And it's already on the slope, or it's on the slope. Now let's go back to 2 days. Because if I would put 7 days, it takes a quite long time until it figures out. Counts all the quakes. There's so much activity. 3.5 2 days ago, 25 kilometers in depth. That's also a deeper one, 19 kilometers, 2.6, 12 hours ago. 2 days ago, 2.3, 13 kilometers in depth. And here on the other side, we have also deeper ones, 1.5, 2 days ago, 29 kilometers. And then we had 1.4, 21 hours ago, 49, 46, 49, and 43. And we also had one here on top of the hill, 14 kilometers in depth. There is also some little activity going on La Palma. 2 days ago, 2 days ago. That's close to the eruption site, 52 minutes ago. Cumbre Vecchia, somewhere here. That's the eruption site, and it went down to the sea. 52 minutes ago and 2 days ago. So there is minor activity at the moment, but nonetheless, activity. There's also something a little bit more off in the sea. And this region is very interesting in regards of earthquakes, because the Canary Islands are located on top of the large low shear velocity provinces. Also called LLSVPs or super plumes, are characteristic structures of parts of the lowermost mantle, the region surrounding the outer core of Earth. These provinces are characterized by slow shear wave velocities and were discovered by seismic tomography of deep Earth. There are two main provinces, the African LLSVP and the Pacific LLSVP. Both extend laterally for thousands of kilometers and possibly up to 1,000 kilometers vertically from the core mantle boundary. The Pacific LLSVP is 3,000 kilometers across and underlies 4 hotspots that suggest multiple mantle plumes underneath. These zones represent around 8% of the volume of the mantle, 6% of Earth. Other names for LLSVPs include superswells, thermochemical piles, or hidden reservoirs. Most of these names, however, are more interpretive of their proposed geodynamical or geochemical effects. For example, the name thermochemical pile interprets LLSVPs as lower mantle piles of thermally hot and or chemically distinct material. LLSVPs are still relatively mysterious, and many questions remain about their nature, origin, and geodynamic effects. Animation showing LLSVPs as inferred using seismic tomography. So I just made a screenshot because I cannot stop this GIF, or how is it called? But anyway, I try to make my point. Here you can see the African plate. And that thing here, yeah, it's a screenshot. I can't zoom in, I forgot. This one is beneath the Canary Islands. So now back to the animation. We can zoom in here also, check it out. See it? That is underneath the Canary Islands. So there is a possibility for there coming up quite a lot of stuff, since it is, according to scientists, connected to an unimaginably big reservoir of magma. That's why I think it's at least interesting to keep every now and then an eye on the Canary Islands, since all of the volcanoes there are green, dormant. And I've been here once, Coralejo, and it was fascinating. Didn't make it on top of the mountain, but anyway, it was fascinating being on a volcanic island and these kind of things. But that was some years ago, and there was nothing happening. Yeah. And about those LLSVPs, one could think of them also like something like this. I think in the center of the core of Earth is a plasmoid, and the interior of Earth's core might look like a geoid's interior. And also in this geoid you can see this kind of peaks. And these peaks might are results from this kind of this is not on scale in any way. This should be the Earth's crust and the mantle and boundaries and these kind of things. So if one of those, I call them now flames. Yeah, you can blame me for calling them flame. The flame blame. Ha ha ha. Anyway, they will reach to the mantle and there will be established a connection from above. Let's call it weather. Low or high pressure system lightning strikes, geomagnetic activity and such. But the energy, in either way, flows through the core of Earth. And that's a really sketchy picture. That's a geoid, and that's a dust devil, or however you want to call it, from the La Palma eruption, a screenshot from a live stream. A little bit enhanced in order to see it better. And the sun is ramping up in activity, and that's one easy way to check it out. You can go on this application. It's for free for everyone who has this kind of modern phone. Then you go to the menu Solar Activity, scroll down a little bit, you will find Solar Cycle. Click on that, and you can take a look at the solar cycle progression. That's solar cycle 23, that's 24, that's 25, and we are here. And so there's still some way to go until to the max of the solar cycle. But if you consider how steep this red line is, this is jumping all the time somewhere. If you consider how steep this line is, and think about that we have to travel this way in order to go and get to the peak of the solar cycle, which is still somewhat 1.5 years or something, 2 years. Maybe it has a double peak. Who knows? But anyway, if this curve is as steep as it is now, and it's probably going to stay like that, since we had one of the biggest eruptions ever recorded a few days ago on the sun, doesn't seem that it's going to settle down in any near future. So how high it will still rise until it goes down again? And as the sun output is going up, the output on Earth is going up too. Hence, volcanic activity, seismic activity, extreme weather. Is it drought or rain? It's extreme weather. Energy goes both ways, so we will always have both extremes. We have to have both extremes because nature keeps the balance. It's just upon us how we perceive the balance, because we are probably not able to grasp a bigger picture because we are not used to. Every one of us is living a human's life, which is a few decades at best. If you get more than 10 decades, you have seen quite much for a human. But we are talking about cosmic cycles which take thousands of years. Some are talking about the grand solar minimum, which is a 400-year cycle, which is already quite long, much longer than a human life. 400 years ago, no one was shooting rockets into the sky and checking out the sun in the way we do it now. People are scared about AI, robots taking over the world. Yeah. They haven't probably read about cosmical cycles and how things tend to repeat themselves. So I think it's very important to keep a close eye on the Canary Islands. Is it Teneriffe or La Palma or one of the others? Or a new one between one of those? A new volcano erupts. I just watched Geology Hub. He was talking about there was a new volcano born in Iceland. Like recently. But but I guess he has to make a new video soon about another new volcano in Iceland. Where are we? Where is Iceland? Found it. Check it out. This is 2 days, okay? There are a lot of quakes, and these are just the quakes which you can see here on this application. There are much more quakes going on if you would dive deeper into that. Earthquake filter, 2 hours. let's see what happened. Did anything happen in the last 2 hours between Journes Fracture Zone, submarine volcano, and Grímsey Ridge, submarine volcano, which are both dormant? That's 2 hours, 11 minutes, 13 minutes, 11 minutes, 42, 38. You get it, 17. And there has also been bigger quakes in the same area recently. They are not here on this map. And he was talking about the new volcano somewhere here down in the south. But probably soon we get a new volcano also here. Or maybe several. There are hastily watched at least 3 ones, which could be soon named. And I don't think it doesn't take too long anymore until we probably got a new live stream to watch, if there's anyone putting a camera there. But anyway, Iceland is ramping up on great speed, and also on La Palma or Canary Islands. We are still watching 2 hours, I guess. 1 hour ago? 1 hour ago. There is still hot magma visible and stuff, and SO2 emissions, and areas closed on La Palma because of gases, despite the volcano being now downgraded again to dormant. Let's see. He's probably just taking a nap. So we have to be aware of this possibility. And also of the possibility that there will be other volcanoes as well getting active in near future. Teneriffe, new volcanoes getting born in Iceland. Grímsey may say something. There is something going on here since weeks and weeks and weeks. 51 minutes ago, let's put 2 days. If you don't have to wait too long. Yeah, we don't. That's 2 days. There are deeper quakes all the time there as well. 29 kilometers. 13. Yeah, now there's just one deeper quake, but there has been like quite a few also deeper quakes in the same region, and this is going on for many weeks. This region. And I think if there's a bigger eruption, the Strait of Gibraltar might have to be closed, so no ships will pass. Probably, I don't know. Which would mean further disruptions for the supply chains and stuff like that. For the Mediterranean. The whole Mediterranean would be closed. You couldn't leave or go in there. This might mean something big. There might be 1 or 2 ships sailing there in the Mediterranean. Another hotspot is going on here in central Italy, but that's a known spot. There has been almost a 7 magnitude earthquake some time ago. Central Europe. Yeah, actually, I want to check this out. Is there anything going on 2 hours? No. I think today there was some quakes there. Yeah, 1 at least. 8 kilometers in depth. Yeah, there are actually 2. 3. Check it out. That's the deeper one. No. 13. 8. And 7. Other sources. 10 kilometers or 13. Yeah, that's quite a difference. Double. But anyway, I leave it here. Rumbling going on. And I think we just have to expect this activity to increase. And not only in the places I showed you. Expect also unexpected places to rumble. So wherever you are, get aware of your environment. Where are the water veins? Where are higher places? Are you at a higher place? Or should you know the shortest way to a higher place in case of an overabundance of water? And stuff like that. But anyway, I leave it here. Thanks. Bye.